and some improvements that have been made on the tools. I got to see this first day because I just went straight over to here to see what they're going on. So why don't you tell us, what do you got here?
Okay, thanks, and thanks for the opportunity to present our products here. We've been here for a couple days now, and we're really having a great show. A lot of good contractors here. A lot of good attention on the Testo display table here. But let's start where we have some new products here, and these are the new digital gauges. You may be familiar with the 550 and the 557.
That's what I have.
You have that. We now have a 550S, we call it, and a 557S, and you'll see the shape and the design has not changed very much. The customers really provided us some feedback over the last couple of years on how to improve this product, keep what's good, what they liked.
Yeah.
And one of the things that the customers liked, was the size of the instrument. What they didn't like is they wanted to see everything on one display. So what we've done is we increased the size of the display so you can see all the measurements and the calculations on one display.
So you'll be able to see temperatures and saturation at the same time. Nice.
Exactly, superheat, subcooling, temperatures, all the temperatures. We even provide, there's also a representation of an analog gauges there.
Hey, that was me.
So,
back in the day, I gave feedback about that.
Yeah, and maybe that was you that made that caused that change.
Yeah.
You can see the manifold here, the design. This happens to be a 4-valve. We also have a two valve, but with the 4-valve, you see the 3/8" port here.
Yeah.
I turn it over. You got the hook. It's very tight. Everything is sealed, gasketed. It works on 4 AA batteries. You can still use wired probes, but what we have done is with our smart probes, and you may be using our smart probes. This is called the 115i. These are completely wireless probes that communicate to the instrument now. Mm-hmm. So you got one on the suction line, one on the liquid line, and it's Bluetoothing the temperatures into the instrument, and allowing us to do some calculations such as the superheat and the subcooling.
So that'll show up on my manifold display right here.
That's correct.
Wow.
So as I turn this on, you can see that right now what we're reading is 78.7.
Oh, air temperature.
Air temperature and 78.1. So I'd say that's pretty darn accurate.
Yeah.
And it's pretty comfortable out here right now too, compared to the rest of the day. And also we added in the 557 and the 550, instead of using a wired vacuum sensor, a micron sensor, we have gone wireless on this.
Oh, okay.
So you can be closer to the system, get a more accurate reading, don't have to worry about potential leaks in hoses and valves and anything like that. So this is measuring your microns into the analyzer.
Wow.
And from there, the analyzer is feeding into, if you want, into a smart device.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So the apps are free, but we have also improved on the app, where the app allows you to use smart probes and the digital gauges together. I'm
really excited to hear about the temperature clamps, being able to see that on the display, because I notice in my experience the hookups, I'm rough with stuff that I use.
Yep.
And it was too easy for me to break or knock them, and I was always trying to adjust them and to get a reading, and that's fantastic.
So,
and these, I've never been able to break these as hard as I tried.
Yeah, they're pretty solid. So we have the 2-valve, we have a 4-valve. In addition to that, we also have a half a manifold. If you just want to go straight into the app and don't worry about a display, you can actually use this to feed the refrigerant into the system. And obviously, this doesn't have a display, but you're still using your 115i temperature probes.
You're still pulling out your app anyway.
Exactly. Yeah. You're depending on the app to get your measurements and the calculations.
Wow.
And the app of Testo is again, it's free. What's nice about the new app that we have now is you can, in addition to what we did in the past, we added some more graphics to it. You also can save and store readings, which we couldn't do before. But now we can store location, customer names, so you can, when you take your readings, you can take those readings into the app and put them into a certain location and store those readings for later use, or if you want to email them or send them out to your customers, your engineers, whoever needs to see the results. But a completely new line of digital gauges.
That's awesome.
Anything from, I'll give you a quick price on these, but I'm going to just give you some ballparks. Something like this is around $280, $289, and then we have everything in between, and you can get into a $600-700 tool, but that includes everything.
Yeah.
They still come in hard carrying cases.
Nice.
We also have hoses now, and we always sold them with or without hoses.
Right.
The hoses now have the same hoses, but we added low loss fittings to it, and a connect and a valve, so that
ball valve and a low loss fitting.
So you got the low loss fittings there. Again, you can get them with hoses, without hoses, depending on what configuration you want to go with. So we're trying to make a superheat subcooling type instrument for anybody from a residential guy, VOTEC guy that wants to just start into it at a lower cost, a lower entry level cost, or the high-end refrigeration specialist that needs everything. You know, the vacuum, the 4-valve, temperature measurement, and you can add many more probes to these as well. You can add up to four wireless temperature probes to the instrument. So
wow.
So that's the side of the gauges. We have combustion analyzers.
Yep, I've seen that one.
We're very strong in combustion testing throughout the country. Not so much here in Florida
Not
today.
so much here, but it's been fun to get your stuff and use it.
Yeah, and so here is just a combustion analyzer. We call it a Model 300. It measures oxygen, it measures carbon monoxide, it measures NOx. You can get it in a lot of different configurations. It's designed from residential, based all the way up to commercial and industrial applications, depending on what configuration you get. One nice thing about this is, again, you're storing information. You can print information to a Bluetooth printer, and you can what's new on this instrument is you can Wi-Fi it. So if you're in a boiler room or you're in a home and you're doing some testing and you need to send this data out quickly through email, you can go through Wi-Fi and send this through a PDF file, formatted PDF file, all the results to whoever needs them quickly.
Nice.
So over here we have some of the standard smart probes that we have. We don't have all of them here, but the ones that we do have is a differential manometer.
That's fantastic.
One of the smallest ones on the market.
Yeah, I haven't got to see this yet.
Very accurate, very accurate. Here's the relative humidity, temperature,
these
wet
are the
bulb.
two that I would be using the most when checking airflow.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then here's just two different types of airflow instruments. One's a vane anemometer, the other's a thermal anemometer. Nice thing about these smart probes is they're affordable to service technicians. And they still maintain the same accuracy that other instruments have as well, or other instruments have as well. That's one thing about Testo. We're all about the measurement, the accuracy measurement. We put a lot of effort into getting the best accuracy possible with the different technology sensors that we're using. And then over here, quickly, is our airflow instrument. So we go from smart probes here to, these are commercial. You can use them in residential as well.
Yeah,
commercial.
we use this in residential pretty often, having a hood.
So here you got a airflow hood that can be used on supply and returns to calculate the CFM, to measure the CFM actually. And here we have a unique combination of probes. And these probes, these are all different types of probes. You may recognize some like relative humidity temperature probe. This happens to be a carbon dioxide probe.
Oh, wow.
Everybody knows the vane anemometer. Seen a vane anemometer before. We got different size vane anemometers.
I was going to say, I use the vane anemometer to impress customers. When you get that complaint, my vent's not blowing any air at all. And you can pull something out like this and say, hey, it's actually moving this fast.
Exactly. And what's this doing is this is an interchangeable probes here, so I can easily take this probe off, which happens to be a relative humidity temperature probe, and put on an airflow probe very, very quickly.
Oh, look at that.
and then you're ready to do your testing on airflow.
Okay, I see what that is.
And all these probe handles communicate to the base units.
Okay.
Which is two models, a 440 and a 400 model, and obviously they're both two different units, but this is a little bit more sophisticated, where it operates off an Android-based system where we can store information. Again, storing more information, more probes can be attached to this. You can look at a lot of different measurements simultaneously. And then this one here is used a lot by service engineers, where they don't need a lot of information for memory storage or documentation. So that's really the full line that we've shown here today. Got a lot of interest at the show, and Testo really appreciates being at this show.
Good.
So thanks, guys.
Yeah, we appreciate you having us and supporting us being able to do this. It's been really fun. So, yeah.
Thanks for the time.
Yeah, sure thing.
See you later.